Dreams. I'm here actually coming to check out and inspect the container that we're going to be purchasing for our project. Well, possibly going to be purchasing, but this is one of the things I want to share with you guys on when you're purchasing a container. You definitely want to inspect that box before you buy it. There's a few reasons why, and I'll get into that probably later into the video. I'm gonna do, kind of just a talking point. Yes, I'm gonna inspect the box, and then I'll bring you along with me and show you what to look for. And this is a new box, so it's hard to say. But all right, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna switch to voiceover. Because in the original video I didn't cover a few things that I wanted to cover here. What I want to tell you is that one of the main things is you should go inside, close the doors, and inspect for light coming in. There are 6 vents up at the top of the container that are going to put light inside, but you shouldn't get light coming in from all different places. That way you can inspect for a hole, especially if you're buying not a new container but a used one. You will see those holes. You can see the pinholes or the rust holes or whatever, but you'll see them. So that's very important to do. The next thing you want to do is check around the container like I'm kind of doing here. I walked around it earlier and got really muddy, so I didn't walk around it on the video, which was my mistake. But you want to walk all the way around the container, looking at it from top to bottom to see if you can see any dents. Sometimes you can get a discount from the vendor if there are. But usually not. But you just want to make note of it to see the condition before, and it also makes a good idea because you can see if they damage it in transport. If it's damaged in transport, then of course you have recourse. But if you don't have those documented, they can say, well, it was there before. So it's important to really look at your container. And this container is a 1-trip container. I cannot stress the importance of getting 1-trip containers as opposed to used containers, because with used containers there's no guarantee on what's been in them, and your health is the biggest priority. So at least for me, I didn't feel comfortable not knowing what was in them, so I wanted to start off with a blank clean slate. And especially if I sell this to someone, I want to make sure that it's safe and there's no issues, because again, I'm doing this with love, and when doing with love, we think of others as opposed to the money situation. So now the next container that you're going to see is actually one that I wanted to highlight for you. It's a quick tour. I actually saw this one on OfferUp, and the pictures were beautiful. It looked great. Nothing's wrong with it, blah blah blah, this and that. The price was great. It was $1,200. So 40-foot high cube. So I said I must go see it. So drove over, see it, and this is what I found. A lot of rust. The rust isn't a big concern to me because this is Cor-Ten steel and it's meant to rust to protect it. However, one of the big problems is that this one was actually rusting through. As we go inside, you can look up at the right hand corner and you can see the rust holes. Now they filled it with tar, and that's great. But you can see if I move back along the container, you can still see that there are pretty much rust spots showing through everywhere. So guess what? Just like that one leaked, those are going to leak. And that's going to be a big problem if you got the walls closed up and everything. Just an issue. So I opted out of this one. They even offered it to me for $900 and just wasn't worth it to me. And they could, there was no history on it. The AC jack, he's cold. He's throwing I guess a fit. I don't know what that is. Here you can see a forklift lifting these containers up. And one thing I wanted to show you with these containers is the underneath structure. You can kind of see it right here while it's up on that forklift. You have all of those floor joists, and they are 12 inches on center. And then towards the rear, where you can see that big open rectangle, that's where the steel plates are welded in to give it the rigidity. So you can kind of see the under anatomy of it. It's pretty cool. And if you look across, you can also see that they have an inspection, under inspection, so they can inspect for damage. This is a really good quality supplier. They do really good work. They supply the city and the state municipalities with boxes, and they guarantee them. So I recommend getting someone like this to purchase your containers from. Then we're going to do some walkthroughs here. What they're actually building on site. They have carpenters and builders on site to build out containers for customers. So this first few containers we look at are going to be actual brewer. They're going to store beer in them, big kegs of beer, and they have sheet metal sides and full insulation, 3.5 inches. With those big holes are meant for cooling units. And then so there's a couple of those, and the salesman, he's walking through explaining, telling me about those. And then we go over to the other building where they're actually building a little bit more finished work. And these particular containers are actually offices. These are built for all different kinds of construction companies. They're offices, and you can see that they have 3.5 inch wood framing, and they're insulated. They have a window unit, keeps them cool, very, very cold. And they have a door, and they're sheathed with plywood. And if you look on that second one, you can even see that the door is insulated. So these guys are doing a great job. And I know this really doesn't have anything with the container homes, but I just wanted to show you, that people are using these for all different kinds of uses. All right. Well, thank you guys for viewing my videos, and please hit the like, subscribe, and the bell button so you can come along with us on this journey, so you can see our progress. Even share this video if you know somebody who might want to build a container home, so they can see what we're doing, the step-by-step process. Thank you, and have a great day. Get her done, and do it with love. All right. See you on the next one.